channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are doing the annual heatless hairstyles for back to school. I did one of these last year and the year before, and heatless hairstyles are just one of my favorite videos to make, so of course I had to do another back to school one for you guys this year. I would love to know in the comments section down below when you guys go back to school, or if you've already gone back to school. I just went back to university a couple of weeks ago. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so I know to create more heatless hairstyle videos, even though I have a million on my channel already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, it'll make sure you guys... I'm talking so fast that my words are literally turning to mush. Let's get on into the video. Okay, so for this first hairstyle, we're going to separate our hair into two sections. So I'm just taking the top section just above my ears, and then I'm going to tie the bottom section just for now to separate it from the other section so it doesn't get confused. And then I'm starting about halfway back on my head, and I'm just going to French braid all the way down. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And then once I finish all of the hair, I'm just going to braid the rest of it all the way down and then secure it with a hair tie. And you can pull the hair out on the braid to make it look a little bit thicker if you like. I'm just pulling a couple of sections out at the front, and that is the finished look. Well, look number 13. Now moving on to look number 12. For this one, I'm tying my hair up into a normal ponytail, but then once I put it in the ponytail, I'm going to be splitting it into two sections, and then I'm going to twist the sections away from the middle, if that makes sense. Then once I finish twisting, I'm going to twist them together and then secure the bottom with a hair tie, and they will stay in place, they won't come undone. And that is the finished look. It's super easy, but makes it look like you've put heaps of effort into it. I love this one, it's so simple. For look number 11, I'm again going to be splitting my hair into a half up, half down look. With the top section, I'm just taking the rest of my hair, pulling it into a bun, and I'm going to be putting some bobby pins in that so it stays in place, and then just pulling some pieces out at the front, and that is the finished look number 11. For look number 10, I'm just taking a tiny little section from the top middle of my head, and about halfway back I'm just going to start braiding this, and I'm just going to plait this. I'm not going to French braid or Dutch braid it. And then once I finish that, I'm just going to pull my hair up into a normal ponytail and tie it with a hair tie, and this just gives the normal ponytail a little bit of an extra twist. I think it looks so pretty and is really easy to do. For look number 10, I'm currently eating some food apparently. I'm sectioning my hair off on the side, and then I'm going to take the front section and I'm going to start French braiding this, but I'm not going to take sections from bottom, if that makes sense. So I'm just adding sections from the top, and this creates this really pretty, it's not a waterfall braid, but it kind of looks a little bit like a waterfall braid feel to it. And then when I get about 3/4 of the way back on my head, I'm just going to continue plaiting all the way down and sectioning it off, not sectioning, sorry, I've done that so many times. I'm just going to tie it with a hair tie, and that is the finished look. For look number 8, I'm just taking the same braid that we just used, and I'm going to be pinning it at the back of my head, and then I'm taking a section from the same side as what the braid is on, and I'm just going to twist that into a bun at the nape of my neck. And you kind of want to make this bun on the side so it's like on the same side of the braid, if that makes sense. Then I'm going to be securing it with some bobby pins, and then I'm just taking the rest of the braid because there's a little bit of hair left, taking the hair tie out and then pulling that around the bun as well and securing it with some more bobby pins. And I'm really sorry about my voice, I sound like a man. I'm getting sick at the moment, which is great, but yeah, that is the finished look. For look number 7, I actually somehow lost the footage of this one, but all I did was take two sections from the front of my head, pull them into normal plaits, and then tie it at the back of my head. And then because it kind of looked like I had these massive bumps in the front of my head, I just took some bobby pins, secured it in place, and that is the finished look. I'm sorry I didn't have that whole one to include, but I still wanted to include it for you guys. So for this next one, I'm just splitting my hair into two sections down the middle, and then I'm going to be normal French braiding one of the sides until I get to the nape of my neck. And once I get to the nape of my neck, I'm not going to continue down with like a regular braid. I'm just going to tie it with a hair tie right here, just to section this one section off.
sorry, 2 sections off, and then with the other ones, oh, I just had a blowout. Anyway, with this other section, I'm going to be braiding it with a regular braid, and then all I did is I took the other 2 sections that we just tied off before and tied them into a regular braid, and this just looks really cool because it's like a normal braid, but one of the sections is a braid within a braid, so it's just really cool and it looks really cool, but it's super easy to do. So I just did the exact same thing on the other side and pulled the hair out a little bit so you could see the braid within the braid, and that is the finished look. For look number 5, I'm splitting my hair in the middle again, and what I'm going to be doing is just normal plaiting my hair. It's just like 2 normal plaits. So yeah, I'm doing that on each side of my hair, and then once I get to the bottom of my hair, I'm actually going to be creating a milkman braid. So these are really easy. They can be a little bit harder if you have long hair, but I'll show you guys what I do for my longer hair to be able to do these. So what I do is I take the braid, I put it over my head, and then I just secure it with some bobby pins, and you probably will need quite a few of these. And then as you can see here, I have this little dangly bit, so what I like to do is just tuck it underneath the other braid and then secure it with a few bobby pins, pull some pieces out at the front, and that is the finished look. For look number 4, I'm doing 2 French braids. Oh, sorry, this is a Dutch braid. So I'm doing 2 Dutch braids on each side of my head, and I'm again going to be parting this in the middle of my head. So I'm just starting at the very top, and I like to start right near my part so you can see the braid the whole way down. If you start a little bit further down, it won't be so obvious, so I just like to start quite far up. And then once I get to the nape of my neck, instead of continuing down into a normal plait, I'm just going to be tying the hair tie right there, and then you get this really pretty like French braid into 2 pigtails. I think it looks so pretty. So I just did that on one side, and then I did the exact same thing on the other side. And that is the finished look in a second when I finish tying my hair. So yeah, that's the finished look. And then for look number 3, all I'm going to be doing is taking these hair ties out, and instead of tying it into pigtails, I'm going to be taking it and tying it into 1 ponytail. So it's still a similar look, but you are wearing your hair in a ponytail instead of 2 pigtails. For look number 2, this look is so easy, but it looks really complicated. I'm just parting my hair on the side. Starting at the very top, I'm just going to twist my hair backwards, and this is so easy, but it looks awesome. I feel like I just said that, but I'm going to say it again. It looks so cool, and it looks like you've put so much effort into your hair. And then when I get to the nape of my neck, I'm just going to continue braiding into a normal plait all the way down, and yeah, it's just really pretty. It's like a little twist to a regular side plait, and then I'm going to pull my hair out a little bit so it looks thicker, and that is the finished look. Alright guys, so now we are on to the very final hairstyle. I'm parting my hair on the side, and then what I'm going to be doing is taking 2 probably about 1 inch sections from the nape of my neck underneath, and then I'm going to be plaiting both of these, just a regular plait. And you want to keep the plait quite tight because you want it to be quite obvious. So I'm just doing this to one side, securing it with a hair tie, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. And then once you finish plaiting, I'm going to pull them up and create like a headband with these 2 little plaits. And then I'm going to secure it with a couple of bobby pins at the nape of my neck, and the more bobby pins, the more secure it will be. So use as many as you feel like you need to. And then I'm going to pin it at the other nape of my neck with the other braid, and you get this really pretty double braided look.
So that is all the hairstyles I have to show you guys today. Hopefully you got some hairspiration, but if you didn't, I do have a ton of heatless hairstyles on my channel, so I'm going to link my heatless hairstyles playlist up in the cards right now so you can go watch them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Massive thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!